Here is a model of the digestive system. So let's start at the top and trace the food as it goes through the digestive tract. Here is the mouth. The mouth receives the food. It goes through the oral cavity. Back of the oral cavity is the oropharynx. Then the oropharynx leads to the laryngopharynx, but the epiglottis comes down and closes the larynx off when you swallow, so the food goes down this pathway through the esophagus. Then when it comes to the stomach, there is a gastroesophageal sphincter or a cardiac sphincter that will open up when the bolus gets there. It slams it down, man. When you swallow it, the correct word is propulsion. Okay, then it goes into the stomach. The stomach is lined with rugae, and it's secreting hydrochloric acid and pepsin, a proteolytic enzyme to digest the food. And right here I need to get rid of the transverse colon. It's going to take a little work. Oh, here it comes up like this, so that you can see what is behind it. At the end of the stomach, you have the pyloric sphincter, and the pyloric sphincter opens to let the food into the duodenum, this first 8 inches. And here is the pancreas that secretes digestive enzymes. It also secretes hormones too. It's a member of two systems. Then we come to the jejunum at the end of the duodenum, the jejunum, and then finally down here, this part is called the ileum. And what we see here is there's an ileocecal opening and an ileocecal valve right here that lets food come into the cecum. This right over here is the appendix. It has a lot to do with the immune system. We used to think it didn't do anything, and we used to say get rid of it, but now we know it's a good thing to have on our side. And then this is the ascending colon right here. We bypass the liver. I'll get that when we go through it the second time. This is the ascending colon. This is the transverse colon. This is the descending colon. Remember what the large intestine does? It reabsorbs water and salts. Okay? And then the last portion of the descending colon is called the sigmoidal colon. You can't see it on this model, but it twists and twists and twists. So it's like S-shaped, so they call it sigmoidal colon. And then this is the rectum, and here's the anus. The rectum is for the temporary storage of the solid waste materials. Sorry I skipped the liver the first time through, but we're going to go through again. Okay. So this is the mouth. Food goes in to the oral cavity. It's chewed until it's swallowed. Then it goes down through the oropharynx. Doesn't go into the laryngopharynx. It goes down the esophagus, and that's because the epiglottis closes. When it comes to the stomach, it comes to the gastroesophageal sphincter, or also known as the cardiac sphincter. In the stomach, it's mixed up. These folds are called rugae, R-U-G-A-E, and it's mixed with hydrochloric acid and pepsin. Okay, then when the stomach is finished with it, okay, then the pyloric valve opens, and it goes into this first 8 inches of the small intestine called the duodenum. The pancreas is right here secreting digestive enzymes to help complete the digestion. And then this is the liver, which produces bile. This is the gallbladder. The gallbladder stores and enriches the bile that was produced by the liver, and then there's a duct that carries that bile into the duodenum. Duodenum completes digestion. The next section after the duodenum is called the jejunum, and then we finally come down here to the ileum, and then we go through the ileocecal opening through the ileocecal valve to, here's the cecum, there's the appendix right off of that cecum. Here's the ascending colon. I removed this earlier, that's the transverse colon. And then this is the descending colon, the last part of which is called the sigmoidal colon. And then this is finally the rectum. Okay? And then you have two sphincter muscles down here for controlling defecation, anal sphincters. Okay, so that's basically what you have with the digestive tract. I suggest that you watch this video closely, because this is a good model to give test questions on. Good model to give test questions on.